Hey guys, Jano0, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Ow, excuse me, my shoulder hurts. Whatever part of the world that you are in, I don't know what's going on with my shoulder. I got, what do they call it, something blah blah wrong with your tendons in your shoulder, itis or something crap like that. Anyway, all right, I have had a question about selecting eggs for the incubator whenever we go to hatch out a batch of chicks. What is the process that we use from getting the eggs from the hen house into the incubator and hatching them? So first things first, you don't need a rooster to get eggs. Hens will lay eggs regardless if you have a rooster or not. However, you do need a rooster to have fertilized eggs. And it'll take a little bit. If you get a rooster today, you won't have fertilized eggs tomorrow. It'll take them a couple, 2 or 3 weeks to get in there and, woo the ladies, so to speak, and then you're not going to get a fertilized egg unless you have a little bit of that, bow, chicka, wow, wow action going on with the roosters and the hens. So once you have that and you witness that there's a little bit of bow, chicka, wow going on out there in the hen house, then a couple of weeks later you can start collecting your eggs for incubation, for hatching. And what we do, this is the eggs that we got this morning from our hen house. So the first thing that we wanted to look at is any eggs that are obviously dirty and nasty and covered like that will not go into our incubator, even though it looks like it's a good egg and it's probably fertilized. It's got enough goo all around the edge there. Everybody knows what that is. It's chicken poo goo. It's got enough of that around the edge to where I don't want to put it in the incubator, and we don't want to wash it off before we put it in the incubator because that may damage the egg. And it won't hatch properly once you wash that membrane off of the outside of the egg. So this one will go into the non-incubator box. We have 2 little containers here, and we will separate these eggs out. One's going to go into this one right here. We're going to put into the incubator, and this one here will just be for eating. Second, what we'll look at, we got one here that's really, really large, a large egg compared to the rest of the eggs. That we have. This may be the double yolker egg. It's not going to hatch. It's not going to. Me personally, I'm not an eggyologist. Okay, I'm not any of that kind of stuff. I've never had a big egg hatch in the incubator. I've never seen twins born. Not saying that it's not possible. It could be possible, and if it happens, congratulations, you got 2 chickens with 1 egg. But I've never had it happen. So these really large eggs will go into the eaters. Now we have an egg like this that isn't too dirty. It's got a good shape. It's got a good shell, and you don't want to shake it up a whole lot. You don't want to shake it up. You don't want to scramble the egg on the inside. But whenever you go to store this, especially if it's one that you're going to put into your incubator in a couple of days, then you'll notice the old teardrop egg shape. There's a pointy end and there's a rounder end. Whenever you go to store this egg, you want to put it with the pointy end down, so that the air bubble can start forming in the larger end of the egg. That way, as the chick develops in this part of the egg, they'll have their air bubble up here, and this will be the part where they hatch from up here. They'll start pipping, and they'll unzip the egg around this part, and that'll give them a bigger area to come out at, and helps them strengthen and develop correctly like this. So, and we're going to label this too. Also, we'll label this, hatching eggs, don't omelet or something like that on there. Like I say, in the wintertime, if you're bringing your eggs straight from your hen house into the house, yeah, it's cold outside in the wintertime, but they should still be fine if you bring them straight from the hen house into the house. I've heard that you can leave them set for about a week or so before you put them in the incubator to start incubating. Usually 3-4 days is stretching it for me. I don't go any further than 4 days. We'll collect all the eggs for 4 days. We'll choose the eggs that we want to put into the incubator from those eggs that we have on those 4 days, and then we'll go ahead and put them into the incubator. I don't wear gloves. I don't do anything special. I don't handle them any kind of special. We're just trying to be gentle, not to shake them up too much. And then the ones that we decide we're going to put in the incubator, like I say, we'll store with the pointy end down, and the other ones we'll just store however, because they're not going to incubate. Now, once we have our eggs selected, say you want to put 40 eggs, 45 eggs, whatever it is, into your incubator, and you have your amount of eggs, you're going to put them into your incubator the same way that you had them stored, with the pointy end into your egg turner. If your incubator has an egg turner, if you have an incubator that just has a flat bottom, then you just lay them on their side like this, And you want to try to put it in a way where they're not rolling around a whole bunch, you know, and they're not getting all shook up and stuff like that. But every couple of hours, you're going to have to go in there and take that egg and roll it around a little bit, because that's what the hen does. As you're rolling the egg, that keeps the chicken embryo from sticking to the inside membrane of the egg, and that helps the hatching process and chick development on the inside of the egg. So again, whenever you're putting it in, put your pointy side in to your egg turner just like that. And then you put your whole egg, egg turner into the incubator, or you got all your eggs in the incubator. Then you start the whole incubation process from there. And 21 days later, approximately 21 days, peep, peep, peep. So there you have it. That is our process that we use for selecting our eggs that we're going to incubate. I haven't found a difference in color. The color of the egg doesn't matter. The size of the egg matters. How dirty the egg is will matter. Obviously, if you have one that's really, really small compared to your normal eggs, then you probably won't want to put that one into the incubator. Nice, good, non-cracked. You don't want to put a cracked egg in there. Semi-clean eggs, or the ones that we're going to select, and like I say, for the incubators. So there you have it. We will do this for the next few days. Like I say, no more than 4, so that'll be 3 more days today, unless we have enough eggs over the next couple of days to run a batch. And then we'll put them into the incubator and start the whole process like we showed on the last video. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers some questions. That's, like I say, I'm not an eggyologist. It's just the process that we use for selecting our eggs that we're going to hatch. And we usually get pretty good hatch percentage ratios, especially with this new incubator. It's a wonderful thing. There have been questions about the incubator. We got lucky, and you're just going to have to be patient and keep your eye on the eBay, on the auctions, and eventually there'll be one come across. We paid $125 for ours, and I've seen them for up to $1,000, which is ridiculous if you ask me. But just be patient and keep looking. Eventually, you'll come across something that is what you're looking for, that is in your price range, and you can snatch it up and make chickens. So there you go, guys. Hope that helps. Any additional questions, feel free to ask, I guess, is what you do with questions. So have a great day. Thanks for watching. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz, the end.